Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Rahmani Siham, and today we'll discuss chapter 2, which is consumer and social well-being. I will cover in this chapter four main objectives, which are ethical business is a good business. Marketers have an obligation to provide safe and functional products as a part of their business activities. Then consumer behavior impacts directly on the major public policy issues that confront our society. And lastly, consumer behavior can be helpful to individuals and society. First of all, we need to know what is business ethics. So business ethics are rules of conduct that guide actions in the marketplace. And there are cultural differences in what is considered ethical. It can be difficult to avoid ethical conflicts because our thought of what is right and wrong vary among people, organizations, and cultures. These cultures differences centrally influence whether business practices such as bribery are acceptable. Bribing foreigners to gain business has been against the law in the United States since 1977 under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. Let's move to needs and wants. Consumer space is an environment where individuals dictate to companies the types of products they want and how, when, and where, or even if they want to learn about those products. Mutualism refers to the importance people attach to the worldly positionings. Provenance, one of important dimension today is provenance. So shoppers are willing to pay more for an item when they know exactly where it comes from, and they are assured that real people have thoughtfully selected the thing from which they choose. Curation refers to an expert who carefully chooses pieces to include in a museum exhibit, now applied to a range of consumer products such as food, clothing, and travel. Okay, now do marketers manipulate consumers? Personally, I strongly believe that the answer is no. For advertisers simply do not know enough about people to manipulate them. For example, the failure rate of the new products range from 40 to 80%. Also, people might think that advertisers use magic to sell products. Marketers are only successful when they promote good products. Marketing is commonly criticized as trying to convince consumers that they need something when they really don't. This is an ethical issue. Marketers respond on this question by pointing out that need already exists in the consumer, but marketers recommend ways to satisfy the need. Are advertising and marketing necessary? Products are designed to meet existing needs, and the advertising help to communicate their availability. Yes, we can say that advertising and marketing are necessary because consumer may not know that solution to problem exists with the information provided by advertising and marketing. This is the view of the economics of the information perspective. It points out that there is an economic cost to searching for information. So advertising help consumer by reducing search time. So marketing provides the much need product education to the consumer. Now let's move to the learning objective 2. So states marketers have an obligation to provide safe and functional products as a part of their business activities. In my opinion, marketing fulfills needs by providing products. One brand failed to satisfy. Consumer have three options: a voice response, a provide response, a third-party response. A voice response means complaining, while a private response means sharing your dissatisfaction. with friends. Then third-party response may mean thinking legal action or going through an organization like the Better Business Bureau. Now let's move to the consumer's right and product satisfaction. We have market regulation, correct advertising, and consumerism culture gaming. So the corrective advertising means that the company must inform consumers that previous messages were wrong or misleading. Then the culture jamming is a strategy to distribute effort by the corporation world to dominate our culture landscape. Marketing helps change for the goods. Thus, transformative research (TRC) promotes research projects that include the goal for helping people to bring in about social change. In fact, social marketing strategies use marketing techniques to encourage positive behaviors, such as increase literacy and discourage negative activities such as drunk driving, and it's really good thing. Cause marketing example of Tom choose one for one, and these are example of top cause marketers. Now let's move to the third learning objectives. Consumer behavior impacts directly on major public policy issues that confront our society. Some of the issues facing consumer include data privacy and identity theft, market access, and sustainability. Identity theft occurs when someone steals your personal information and uses it without your permission. Data perishes at major companies such as Target, Sony and Home Depot continue to worry many people. The federal government is actively engaged with this problem, and variety of legislative proposals are being considered, including the Proposal Data Notification and Protection Act of 2015 that will strengthen the obligations companies have to notify consumers when their personal information has been exploited, and the Student Digital Privacy and Personal Rights Act of 2015 that will prevent companies from selling K-12 students' online data to third parties or other ways sharing information unless it is for the school-related purpose. Real-time bidding, an electronic trading system that sells advertisement space on the web page. People click on the moment they visit them. Today, we increasingly fell prey to high pitching scam, in which people receive fraudulent email that ask them to supply account information as well, bonus as set of computers that are penetrated but by merely software known as malware that allow an external agent to control their actions. They hijack millions of computers without any trace. Locational privacy is related to consumers that have GPS on their cell phones. Now let's move to the market access. Market access means the extent that the consumer has the ability to find and purchase goods and services. Most of us take for granted market access, but diligence must be made for individuals that are limited due to physical, mental, economic, or social barriers. And as we can see, many consumers suffer disabilities, food desert, media literacy, and functionally illiterate. Now let's move to the sustainability and environmental stewardship. A triple bottom line orientation refers to the business strategy that strives to maximize return in three ways: financial, social, and environmental. So the financial bottom line provides profit to stakeholders. The social bottom line return benefits to communities where the organization operates. Then the environmental bottom line minimize damage of the environment or even improve nature condition. So sustainability means building strong communities that play and work together. Sustainability emphasizes a triple bottom line, which refer to business strategy that strive to maximize return. Lastly, let's move to the green marketing and the greenwashing. Green marketing describes a strategy that involves the development and promotion of environmentally friendly products and stressing this attribute when the manufacturer communicates with the consumer. On the other hand, the greenwashing occurs when companies make false claims about the environmentally friendly their product. Blue has an acronym for Lifestyle of Health Sustainability. This label refers to people who worry about the environment, wants product to be produced in this sustainable way, and spend money to advance what they see as their personal development and potential. Lastly, consumer behavior can be harmful to individual and society. Consumer terrorism, consumer may suffer from attract from others. Cyber terrorism is the politically motivated use of computers and information technology to cause server distribution or widespread fear in society. Guerrilla marketing is innovative, unconventional, and low-cost marketing techniques aimed at obtaining maximum exposure for a product. Addictive consumption may become addicted to products. Social media consumption is compared to chemical dependency. Cyberbullying refers to the willful and repeated harm inflicted through the use of computer, cell phones, and other electronic devices. Platform vibration syndrome describes the tendency to habitually reach for your cell phone because you feel it vibrating even it is off, or you are not even wearing it at the time. And the compulsive consumptions refers to the repetitive and often excessive shopping performed as an antidote to tension, depressions, or bedroom. Consumer and may even become products themselves. Consumer are people who are used or exploited, willingly or not, for commercial gain in the marketplace. For example, prostitute selling babies, blood, organ and hair donor, surrogate mother being paid to carry other people's children. Shrinkage is the industry term for inventory and cash losses from shoplifting and employee theft. Also, we have serial wardrobes who buy an outfit, wear it once, and return it. Consumers who change price tags on items, then return one item for the higher amount. And shoppers who use fake or old receipts when they return the product. And lastly, we have counterfeiting is when companies or individuals sell fake versions or real products to consumers. And this is all for me. Thank you so much.